So we were thinking for this episode we would do like a little
Honest
chart.
review.
Yeah.
Honest review.
Honest review, and we'll scale everything up to like a 1 to 5 stars, and then we'll
5.
compile the points.
Okay.
Yes. So, first one for the playa, the beach.
Mhm.
Yes. So how do you? I
5
give
easily.
it a 5.
Because we had one small beach was just for us.
Yeah.
Then we had like the beach where everybody could go, and it was good to like walk it. It was like a long distance.
Yeah, it was nice because the fun thing also that was fun is like the resorts had like this little van. So if you wanted to, you could call them up and then they would carry you to the van would come up and they would carry you to the eating hall. Which again, it wasn't that far, you know. But even same thing goes to the beach. But à chaque fois qu'on passait, and van would be like, "You want to ride?" And we were like, "Nah, we'll walk."
Quiero caminar. Gracias, señor.
Because we were close enough, and I like just walking. I don't know, c'était comme même pas 10 minutes là. C'était
I feel like it's quicker to walk because it would do like the whole loop.
Yeah, and then like, waiting for it to come, you would be at your hotel. And our hotel room happened to be really close to the beach, like the first building close to the beach. So you could see it basically from where we were at the beach.
It was still funny that the first night when we came, because we arrived at like midnight one.
Yeah,
we were like, let's walk to the beach. So we're walking like these streets we've never known in the dark. One leads to like it looked like a forest, and this random, like not random, this like obviously security guard at the door, and he's just like, "Can you see?" And I'm like, "Do you think he knows how scary this is right now?"
And then I remember when
we were like, "Let's walk that way."
When we told your brother the next day we walked, your brother was just like, "Why? Is this sounds everything? Why?"
And he brought us to the craziest restaurant of all
time.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, but you know, in hindsight, so the first time when you walk somewhere at night you've never been to, you think every dark crevice is like
scary,
you know. But now we know in the daytime, you know that it's a very secluded area. 100%. Like it's not even close to the city, so it's pas comme si if you kept walking further along, you would end up in the city. Comme vraiment, it was secluded from each other, from the other beaches. So yeah, pas de risque honnêtement.
Definitely better the second time.
Yeah, so now we know, we're like, oh, you know, it's not that scary. And the moon was like, we had a full moon like the whole time. Very, very pretty.
Great sight. So I give that even to the beach. Just like walking at night.
So but the nature
peaceful.
Women's Day. On to nature.
Exactly. Happy belated Women's Day.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
What would you rate the food? Now we're talking about a caliente topic.
Yeah. And you know I've learned also, I think most people's reviews go along with the food. If the food is not to what they like, everything is horrible. Exactly. But which makes sense, right?
Yeah. I would say it was a 4.
I would say a 4 too, honestly. Yeah. Out of 5, I would say a 4.
Because let's be honest, sometimes they were missing stuff. Like there's some days there were no bread, which is like not the end of the world when you think about it. But there was like vegetables were always fresh.
Yeah,
the foods were good.
Yeah, they had they had amazing watermelons, the ananas,
papaya.
They always had apples and stuff.
Shout out to the one day they made plantain. The yuca was amazing. They used that. I think they used plantains or the yuca to make the fritas.
Wow, yeah. And it was in the soup also, I think, the day after.
Oh, the stews was amazing.
Yeah, we had like a chickpea soup.
That was at the a la carte restaurant.
Yeah.
And they made like a cream out of the chickpeas.
Exactly.
And I think they put the papaya because of the color. Wow.
Because on top of...
We fucked it up real quick. We were like...
Yeah, and I didn't want to ask for a second time. I was like, it's fine.
We should have asked that.
Yeah, I think they would have given us.
They would have said yes. They would have been happy. They were like, yes.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Because on top of having the food at the dining hall, so the dining hall is very generous in terms of like... So basically, there was 3 times a day. Yeah, 2 times of meats. Exactly.
Chicken. And they had
always
lamb
there.
At some point.
Yeah, always. There was always something, a new type of meat.
Mutton.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. Maybe I ate it and I didn't really notice. But like...
They had ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. And then they had
the classic sausage and hamburgers and other cold cuts. But the cold cuts were, if you a real connoisseur of cold cuts, besides the ham. Meh.
I didn't eat much of the cold cuts. I'm not a cold cuts person. But I mean, like, so other than, the dining hall, the way it works, it will be like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. to 10:30, breakfast. And then de 1h à 3h dîner, and then de 6h30 à 9h30, c'était souper. Yeah. So you have a really wide range. And even between that, if you miss all of those, there was always an area where you can get like some burgers. You know, because it will be hard for you to be starving if you wanted to.
100%. You can get food at any time.
Comme, again, si t'as mangé beaucoup au dîner. Honestly, if we ate a lot in breakfast, I wouldn't really be that hungry for lunchtime. I would eat au souper.
Exactly.
And on top of that, on top of the dining hall, like food, tu vois, des repas comme à la carte. So that would be like more they're like custom restaurants. Which is
They
funny.
had a fusion restaurant.
Exactly.
A Japanese restaurant that wasn't really Japanese.
But it was called sake.
It was
Which
called
is
sake, and it had Japanese writing on the walls.
Yeah.
But in terms of the food,
It had like a Chinese,
which had
like
fried
New Year's
rice.
dragon. I was like, fair enough.
And we had fried rice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Again, not saying fried. I think there's fried rice in Japanese food.
but I feel like it's more associated to.
Yeah, I feel like the meal itself felt more Chinese from what I know of Chinese food that we buy. You know,
Exactly.
you see
Put in
them.
the comments.
Comme
First
si
thing you
j'avais
hear,
resto, là.
first thing you think about when you hear fried rice is it
I think
China
more
or
Chinese food.
Japanese?
More Chinese, a bit more Chinese. But again, it was fun. You could tell like each restaurant à la carte had their own theme. Like
Their
c'est
own
comme
vibe.
méditerranéen, you know, c'est comme japonais, and the last one was
Cuban.
Cuban, I think. Yeah, I think it was Cuban. Yeah,
Those
they were
are-
all good.
Yeah.
You know, you could really tell that they tried, you know, having like a certain thematic, you know, just judge it up a bit, you know, and then but you said there was a steakhouse too. Is it usually open in Tish Family par hasard?
I'm not sure if it's like for the corral, but I was telling my dad, we were talking about it, how maybe they just didn't have like
The meat, yeah.
like, steaks. You can't serve like
Ouais, c'est vrai.
technically a pork chop at a steakhouse, you know.
You can, no? Can you see that steak? Would you know?
I mean, I don't think it's a steakhouse.
Would you know?
know what I'm saying?
Would you know?
Well, yeah, a cutlet looks like a cutlet, and a steak looks like a steak.
There was a day when
Just
they were
saying.
cooking the meat, I was so sure it was a steak. But wait, is this like a pork cutlet?
It could be pork.
It is the same to me.
Could be beef.
Dès
It
que
was
c'est
good.
de la viande,
I had the eggs in the for breakfast.
Yeah, the eggs. I would say I did like the options in the breakfast because I like
Pancakes?
eggs.
They had pancakes.
Yeah, there was an omelet station, but at one point I think the only thing is that I'm used to eating like certain foods just in my everyday. For example, I really like oatmeal. So oatmeal, or I like eating peanut butter here and there. So yeah, pas ça. Again, nothing on their fault, mais juste en général, comme I think I was getting like homesick or like things I was used to eating. So I would eat oatmeal like 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So I'm this year, I want oatmeal, you know. But again, c'est rien contre eux, c'est juste-
I mean, I was
Just
eating.
me,
I
right?
usually always eat breakfast.
yeah.
Eggs at breakfast.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah,
like,
you were eating the
like,
same
let's
every
go.
day.
My
You
diet
had like
has
your
not
little
changed.
salad. Yeah, your chickpeas.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yo, they had a
eating
bunch
it.
of cabbage, shredded
Exactly.
carrots, shredded papaya. I was like, yes.
Yeah, every
Yes.
day you were eating as
And
if
chickpeas
you
on
were at
top,
home.
little olive oil, salt, pepper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you will see my plate, huh? I think this
And
is
then all
these
the meats,
vegetables. I
all
would
the
eat.
meats.
Must they come? Once they had like lasagna and pasta, I had like all the pastas together. I mix it.
I mean, the lasagna is very generous.
But and then I
To call
pass
it
out.
lasagna. But, yeah.
But I would eat so much that here's your sauce to come.
I'm confused.
The thing is like I barely drank, and you would think I was a drunk one. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, des jours que je suis comme ça, t'es comme, are you okay? Je suis comme,
You're drunk.
I'm high on life.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
I'm high on life, you know.
Shout out to the drinks too. Chocolate frio.
Yes.
Every
Yeah,
day.
they had like a place where they did like custom
Cafes.
drinks. Yeah,
Like
cafe.
milk, coffee, like
Yeah,
a
it
little
was good.
cafe.
Yeah.
And it was nice. Like there was like,
Yeah.
it was like inside. It was like kind of secluded. Had a couple of tables. And there was like no roof. So like you had
Yeah.
the sun. The
It was
sun was
nice.
beaming down.
It was a very nice place. Like, but only thing like that, I don't know. I think that goes into a next review. So again, food we give it a 4.
Yeah.
The beach we give it 5. A next review we can review the guests. Okay.
The guest.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. The guest, I mean,
Yes. No, but we can put back resort at the end.
but I mean, it kind of like crew and guest is kind of for the resort.
You know, I think I put
We
guests
say-
separately
We
because
say
some people.
resorts. Like that was
Overall?
overall.
Okay. I said the guests because again we're saying like you're able to get because for example if you're in a dining hall you're not really taking the plates out because naturellement tu manges là tu te restes là tu sais. Some people I saw a woman, she took one of the big ass bowls where they had like bread in there, she just carried it to the beach. I said I don't think you're supposed to carry it.
That's why there was no bread at times. This motherfucker was smuggling it like it was.
Like it's country fit.
Motherfucker was exactly it's like yo, there's no bread in the hall, man. I got bread for
So very
Toulouse.
abuse. Like, and also one thing I was annoying people. Again, you know, if I'm drinking a cup, I'm sitting down in this place. I can walk around, but I'm not walking around to the other side of the. I don't know, man.
Yeah, people were leaving cups around. So
Like-
anyways, to give my
Yeah.
I was saying 3, and I don't want. I'm just gonna say 3.
I
Average.
guess.
Guess.
Yeah.
Guess 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because like, some people are kind of you can
Leaving
tell like
cups around.
ouais comme n'importe
Sur les
où.
lampadaires, like randomly in the dark. They'll
Comme
just
sur
put
le
a cup.
gazon, and I'm just like, well, that makes, or even
Bro, you can just bring it back
the
to your room. They'll
weirdest
clean it.
shit that people did. And yeah, that's white people, man.
Oh, bro.
Yo, il y avait des chats and
Shout out
dogs.
to Coco. Coco was his name.
Coco the cat.
El
The
gato.
thing is that, so I know c'est commun d'avoir des animaux comme errants, you know? And again, just because, honnêtement, if it's on my cat, even if I'm in Canada, I'm not touching people's cats, okay?
If it's just a wandering animal,
I'm not touching the squirrels, you know?
Exactly. But if it's on a leash where I see the owner,
sure. Mais les gens, ils flattaient les chats, and I'm
they'll
like,
take
you
him
guys
on.
are gonna get
They
that.
like take him on them.
Ils flattaient, holding him, and I was like, dude, tu sais pas où le chat est, c'est un chat errant. Like, even in Canada, I would not do
It
that.
could easily be a domesticated cat, but I'm just saying.
No, mais en général, don't touch the
People were
animals.
like, "Yo, did you get bitten by
The cat?
mosquitoes?" It's like, "No, I mean, you're touching the cat, bro."
No, but you know what? I got bit by a cat. Of
You're
course.
like rolling in the grass with the cat, bro.
Ouais, mais t'as vu comme à un moment donné, I saw people in a corner, and I thought they had a bottle of water, and I was sure someone that kind of knocked out from like heat exhaustion. Parce que tu donnes de l'eau au chat. Again, not saying don't give water to the cat, mais quand il flattait le chat, de coucher à terre, je suis comme, bro, qu'est-ce que tu fais? C'est touché des cats. You know, the cat, you don't know what the cat has been eating. Come, I don't know.
And my only other complaint, but this is kind of on us, but I'm still gonna make that complaint. Is obviously we went to a family resort because I had like a bunch of family there. My brothers, they're my nieces, my nephews, you know, my parents. So it's like
Very, very, very family. Yes,
young kids, you know. Goddamn, bro, nobody was staying past 10. Like the first 3 days, we're like walking around, like, yo, guys,
we're aimlessly
the
wandering.
fiesta?
Like,
We guys, bro, we're trying to get drunk with somebody.
but again, a lot of it goes on us because we went to a very, very family
Like,
resort.
yo, guys, you sleeping at 10:30?
Yo, je te jure, à 10h,
Personne veut
c'était calme.
Nobody else wants to break their sleeping
like,
cycle? Like,
at
just a
one
little
point, I was
bit?
like, is this purgatory?
Jesus
But to be fair, all the kids wake up at like 7 a.m. You know, if the dining hall opened at 7:30, yeah, plein de gens. So the kids were waking up at 6. So it makes sense people were passed out by 10, 11. But again, so for us, as more of a couple, it wasn't the best place for us because I think it's hard because we wanted looking for people to party. People were there were either parent age or 17. And you know,
Yeah.
I don't think I really saw any. Oh no, we saw one dude. That was your age.
No, we saw a couple people our age.
Yeah, I remember together. Again, people
I
are.
love you, bro. I don't remember your name, but just want you to know that I love you, man. I want no problems with you.
Because at one point we met.
But he had crazy eyes.
At one point, night 4, we met. Comme par hasard, that's the night we had gone out to the city. Yeah. Again, we was like super safe.
Rafael
like,
Fria.
Yeah.
Shout out. I don't remember the name of the bar.
Yeah, but it was good. Yeah, it was fun.
That's why I trust the guy on the beach that told me that. Holguin is the most humblest city because they took us in, best customer service. They didn't rob us, obviously, and they didn't like oversell us. I feel like they gave us the exact price like a Cuban would pay, but in Canadian dollars.
And and it was even more dope because again, we just don't know the area, right? So we're not gonna go around n'importe où parce qu'on ne connaît pas la région. But it was fun having like we had his brother had asked the hotel staff for a location. So the hotel staff like they called someone and they even communicated amongst themselves to each other.
Call us a cab, you know.
And even when we got to the bar, the cab driver talked to the worker and be like, "Oh, come tell them to call me when they're ready to go." Come. So there was a lot of that's what we felt like. Comme again, on connaît pas la région.
Sketch, not gonna lie. Pulling up.
Non, mais tu sais, beaucoup de pas vu de lumière dans la rue. Tu sais, c'est comme je dis, I feel like I've never been to Haiti, but I feel like that's how my sister described it. Genre,
am I gonna have to fight for my life?
And we did agree. If something happened, I run and Victor fights.
Yes, we did. I did say that.
Yeah, we did agree on that. So,
I said, but you gotta run fast. Because I'm gonna start running after too.
But after you give me your social insurance number, naturally, and your credit card number, and then we can do whatever. It's a confidential.
You lost. Alright, anyways, so
we met people from So day 4, again that night we had come back from the bar. Again, I think this is the most sign of life you've seen at nighttime. On marchait, on s'est dit prendre une boisson, and we're sitting down. And then, honestly, at the resort, il y avait beaucoup Québécois. So you heard French, Québécois comme the whole time. We were sitting down. Il y avait du monsieur, je pense, à nous. How do you notice that on parlait?
Because I was smoking a cigar.
Oh, ouais.
And he was asking like where he bought it. And I was like, yo, there's a store right there. And And then
We're like, what?
it was like, bro, I didn't know there's even a store. So we went there. I was like, yo, if you want, we can split this cigar. Because it's long to smoke a cigar. So I was like, we can just, if you want to try it. And I said, it's just over a cigar that we started talking. Le gars était de Québec. Pas loin de Lévis. I don't remember.
Well, yeah, I don't remember it, but c'est
Shout out.
Lévis. Yeah.
And
there were teachers too, I think.
Yeah.
So again, all of the people that we talked to that day, again, they were all like parents still,
Yeah.
So like I think all the guys younger, yeah. So the kids were maybe like 5 or
young
6.
Parents.
Yeah. And then I think 2 of them, and then 2 of them were teachers or they were working construction.
And then some other people joined. And then I went to the bar and there was more people at the bar. I was like, yo, tu parles français? Come over here, bro.
Quebec.
Come over here. Let's go. Turn up. And one of them was...
Yeah. The 29-year-old.
El Fuego.
Because that dude was like so interesting because the thing is that I'm talking to this dude and it turns out it was like he was a cousin of this other lady. And again, they all kind of came in a family trip. But that dude, he came with his cousins. And then he came with a girl. And again, not girlfriend. He specified, he's like, not my girlfriend. But they met in December. So he basically from what he told me, he met this girl. It's been a couple, not even 3 months. I guess 3 months at most. Not girlfriend, but he invited to this trip, which I don't know what I would do. I feel like if I had just met you and invited me to a family trip, I don't think I would be comfortable going.
No.
Je te connaissais depuis 2 mois, genre.
No.
I don't know you like that. But again, so clearly he was wrong because what happened?
Unless there's only one denominator that could change that.
What?
That opinion.
What?
If the pussy fire, maybe you should bring her on vacation.
Yeah, children listening to this.
Maybe you should bring her on vacation. You know what I mean?
Children are listening to this
really
podcast.
fire.
My niece is listening to this, bro.
Maybe you don't want to be jerking off for a week.
Children. We're gonna get
the Wi-Fi wasn't even that good. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to load one pornographic video.
Anyways, on that, what happened to the girl he brought? So basically, in Nepal, he says that I don't know how he got into this conversation, but basically, the girl he was with that he met in December, at one point he dansait, and again, just seeing his face, I could tell that maybe he was dancing a bit harder than he admits, with other people. But la fille snap, 100%. And then she roundhouse kicked him off of his chair, and then she spat in his face, and then she ran to the resort room, and then she threw all of his luggage above the balcony. And then Victor, you were calling it cap, that story.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know why I believe it? Because the way they were speaking and they kept repeating it, and the girl was like, yo, she messed up my cousin. I was like, you know what? I believe it. I really believe it. It seems too crazy to not be real.
Listen, it could be real. What I'm saying is we're missing a lot.
Details.
We're missing a lot of information. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information they would not want to share.
But actually, I feel like they were oversharing because even the day after we saw them again, like the day after, so you see the same guys, the same people. And then I see a girl, and then they said she was like 25. And I was like, is that her? But I didn't ask anything. And after the second she left, she was like, yeah, that was her. And I was like, okay. I was like, are you guys friends now? He's like, we're cordial. But she spat in my cousin's face. So we can't go back from that. And I was like, interesting. And some people, you see, even they joke a bit bizarre at one point. I was like, yo, this is...
So that's why I'm just being generous and saying 3 out of 5.
I say 3 for the vibe
because
they were entertaining.
I'm going to say what I honestly wanted to say. 2.5.
I say 3 because they entertained us that evening.
That's not counting my family.
Yeah, but there was some, I may think like South Park can be, some Family Guy humor is kind of funny. But there's a limit of like what's crude humor, and some of them was a bit fort.
That was the type of humor where it's like, I don't have the confidence to say this when I'm sober, but now I've had 17 drinks in me. And I feel like you would laugh at these crazy thoughts I usually keep to myself.
Yeah, but you didn't joke. And I was like, And I was like, I'm not laughing. I'm not encouraging this. Honnêtement.
So you should never
I was just like, yeah. Or I mean, we're not gonna say the jokes. It was very bad. And I mean, one point, one guy, he was like, "You're a shade, maybe a bit more pasty around the seat with a full tan," and he was saying like, quand je bronze comme ça, c'est la police. Maintenant c'est la police. Maintenant c'est moi que la police vient d'arrêter. J'étais comme, okay.
I mean, think about it. Maybe it's true.
With a bald ass hat.
You know when the car is passing by kind of quickly, like, oh, ça va de l'air bronzé par là-bas.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. And they open the door. Ah, vous êtes correct.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Tu m'as ton permis, là. Tabarnak. Si c'est un blanc, il revient juste de Cuba, là, calice. Donne juste son permis, là, tabarnak. Et voilà, bonne soirée, calice.
And then one dude had like some crazy eyes.
Yeah, that's you know, sometimes, but he was chill. He was honestly chill. But sometimes, you know, there's people that like they talk a little bit too close to you, and they don't blink enough. And you're like, bro, it's just, I'm just gonna be nice to you, man. I love you.
He didn't blink.
I don't remember him blinking. No, but when we talked about it, he's genuinely a nice dude. But it's just, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, but again, in the daytime, je l'ai pas. Yeah, like.
Mais non, moi je lui parlais.
Non, mais honnêtement, moi, je l'ai croisé, but I didn't force myself. Again, we saw them like twice, you know. Mais le reste de la journée, comme, okay. Again, they had their kids, they were doing their own excursions. Ils partaient, ils faisaient leur affaire.
Shout out to the German dude who had himself a mamacita.
Yeah.
Straight from Cuba.
I think they were a long distance couple, no? Because he said like they were together 11 years, but he goes back and forth, she goes back and forth. They look chill. Yeah. They were chill.
What would you rate the crew?
I think I rate the people 3. The crew, I grade everyone like a 5. The crew
100%.
working.
Super nice.
They were super sweet. You can really tell they work hard because, like, again, I felt like we were very neat. But I felt some people, they were just... Ils mettent les verres n'importe où. They would just
leave like, let's say the cafe is like 15 steps away from your table.
Yeah.
And they would just leave their shit there.
Or they would call a person, can I have this? So come to you, right there.
So le bar est juste là, bro. Get
yeah. Mais c'est ça, right? Or like, ils would laisser des cigarettes, the cigarette butts, like anywhere and everywhere, even though they have the containers for that.
Yeah.
Or just like the way they order was a bit entitled. Oh, je veux ça, genre. Just give me this. Which they come, okay, I guess.
There was like, no offense to the French people, but like, les Québécois, they're like, they would say like, they would like order in French. It's like, and the people would be like, yo, I don't understand French.
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est comme, like, déjà comme,
it's like, bro, first of all, do you know what language they speak here?
So we tried. So even after the 7 days, I was able to say a whole...
How would you order a chocolate frio?
So I said...
the sauce. Let them know.
So I would say, hola, puedo tener uno chocolate frio, por favor.
Exactly. Nice job.
Thank you.
Nice
I
job.
try my best.
Exactly.
But there's something I appreciate, because it's not my main language, so I was a bit nervous, but I really tried. At one day, I was ordering, I said the whole sentence really well. He's like, no, we don't have that. And I was like,
what do I say now?
And I crumbled.
Back to English.
I was like, I don't know how to respond to the response.
But what happened to me too, like sometimes you would say something, they would respond, you're like, oh, whoa, I can't understand 4 words. Let me think what you try to say. Okay, yes.
You're my translator. Yeah. But no message je dis comme...
I remember I learned how to say egg. Huevo.
Egg?
Huevo.
Oh.
A spoon was cuchara.
I know how to say...
and I know chocolate frito.
La playa.
Donde azul.
Yeah, exactly. I know we have a new diss track, This in the Beach, coming out soon.
Exactly. Let's make a vibe.
Exactly.
March edition. Donde la playa. Donde azul.
Right now.
More information
out in theaters
is going
right
to be coming out.
Thank you very much. Je dis des gens comme super chill, really, really hardworking, to be honest. Comme, là, je dis comme...
Humble.
Tu traites des gens comme tu veux te traiter.
Holguin is very humble. And that's true. They were right.
You know, so... Well, no complaints at all, to be honest. And even in the US was fun because since we were in Ibero Star, they had like a kids thing, or like they were called the Star
Camp.
The Star Camp. So it was kind of like these entertainers along with them.
They're really good entertainers.
Yeah, honestly, they really like pumped up the audience. They had the different outfits.
It's crazy. Would you imagine being an entertainer the whole day?
It sounds exhausting, honestly. Up in La Chaleur. I mean, La Chaleur aussi.
Like, obviously, it's not the whole day, but let's say from like 10, they would be like at the pool area. Then go to like the kids camp. Then they go to like the theater. And then they have like another event.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Comme, c'est beaucoup. Déjà, just already just entertaining kids in general.
Naps. No naps in between.
No naps. You're exhausted. Yeah. And even like, c'était quoi?
They were given the dance.
Yeah, at one point they had like this little contest. You said it was sad, but like they were.
A lot of people were too drunk.
I think what they were doing. So they had a lot of people come to the stage or whatever on the side, and they had like 10 people. Puis il avait dit, okay, that's where he messed up because he asked each person, where are you from? It was like, Quebec. Next person, Quebec. And he
Quebec.
asked, there was like 12 people in line.
And
I was
then
like,
one
dude,
Newfoundland or
he
something.
should have just said, everyone's from Quebec, cool. Because à chaque personne, ça devient un peu long. He's like, shout for Quebec. Shout for Quebec.
Yeah.
And they just say Montreal to be extra. Montreal.
Exactly. Anyway, so basically they had to like chug a beer. They would have to like
spin
around and then like draw a circle with like, so you kind of be like bent over and you would have your finger and draw like a circle around you as you turn around.
And then take a
5
seat,
times,
I think. Yeah.
And then you run straight towards the seat. Obviously, you know, you involve spinning and drinking.
Really
you
fast.
kind of lose your motion. Is not as solid as it should be.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people, what happened is they would turn, and then they would face plant. There was like 3 old ladies.
It was sad.
It wasn't really fun because it's like, damn, they're trying their best.
They look like it hurt though.
When she woke up and she had the full face, like she had like
that kind of hurt though.
almost like she went to the spa. You know, they put like the mask, the facial mask, but out of sand because she went face first into the sand.
Damn.
Yeah.
Look like it hurt. Even that one because and the last before night that we had, they had like a big like little fiesta, so they had like a bubble machine.
Yeah.
So mind you, the bubble machine in hindsight is fun, right? It's fun. It's on the beach, on the sand.
But it fucks up with the sand. It gives you like sludge.
We
took off our shoes and we're like, is this poop?
No, because just imagine soapy and wet sand.
I got flashbacks. I was like, yo, ça c'est la plage d'Oka.
No, it's the... I got in and I was like, every step I was disgusted. Cause like, it was just like muddy sand. I was like, what is this? But again, je suis plein de personnes. Je suis sur la plage. Je suis sûr. But
overall, what would you give the resort?
Overall experience out of 5, other than the guests, I would say a 4.5. Yeah, a 4.5. Honestly, I would say it was really fun. The only reason I wouldn't go there again is because it was a family resort, and we were a bit out of place because again, there's just so many families around. So again, it doesn't really cater to a lot of people drinking or just because c'est tard la soirée. C'est vraiment ça, mais I would think everything was really, really great. Good hospitality, good. For my first experience, I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?